Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Vlogmas day 12. Oh my gosh, it's been 12 days. I've been uploading every day. It's kind of difficult, but I'm making it work. Today I have a video for you. It's just me. I'm actually at a friend's house. As you can tell, the scenery is a little different. There's baby stuff in the background. I'm babysitting and I won't be home till late, so I just wanted to film a sit down with you guys. And I don't think I've ever actually formally introduced myself on my channel. I kind of just started posting videos a couple years ago without any kind of intro into who I am or what I do or anything like that. So I thought today I would tell you 10 interesting facts about me, and then Christina later will film 10 interesting facts about her. So let's just jump into it because I don't have my laptop, so this is just a one-shot take. So let's just jump into it. Okay, number one, I was born and raised in Iowa, and I came from a very small town. So that is something nobody ever is like, oh, I know people from Iowa. They're always like, literally, I've never heard of someone from Iowa. Yes, that's me. In the military, nobody's from Iowa. And also, I'm 23 years old. That's an extra bonus fact in there. The second thing is that if you didn't know, I'm active duty in the Air Force. I joined when I was 18 years old, and it actually was an interesting story because I was supposed to leave 6 months after I graduated high school, so I'd have a summer break and get to enjoy the senior summer. But what happened was that somebody that was supposed to go to basic training failed the weight. They were overweight, I guess, in their height bracket. And so my recruiter ended up calling me a day, or I think it was a day before I graduated high school, and he was like, hey, do you want to leave next week? So the time frame got moved up 6 months. I didn't have anything. I had to go to the store with my mom. The night we got that call, we had to pack my entire bag for basic training, which you need all kinds of specific things they give you a list of. I was not mentally prepared at all. My mom was not mentally prepared. She was so upset. The second that I got the call from my recruiter, she was in the room with me, and I was like, 2 days? That's when I would be leaving. I'd be leaving 2 days after my graduation ceremony instead of 6 months, which to a high schooler is a long time. But as soon as I said that, 2 days, my mom just started bawling because I was supposed to be there for a while. So yeah, I graduated high school, and I got the confirmation call during our rehearsal of the ceremony, hey, yeah, you're for sure leaving. And I remember crying because I was just overwhelmed. I was excited and so nervous and a little disappointed I was missing the summer, but I was really just ready to get that next step moving. So that was fun time. Let's see, the third thing is my biggest pet peeve. My biggest pet peeve is mouth noises. I absolutely hate the sound of chewing. I hate the smacking of lips, tongues, the wet, sloshy saliva sound. If someone talks and just makes throat noises when they're talking, it is my biggest pet peeve. It grinds my gears. Even though I know they're not necessarily doing it intentionally, I just, I hate it so much. I refuse to eat in a room full of people without music. I can't do it. Nope, can't do it. Number 4 is my least favorite body part, which is the belly button. I think belly buttons, with the exception of babies, are so gross and so weird. When it doesn't bother me if I go to the beach and see people with bikinis on and the guys with their tops off, whatever, but it's when I focus and look at their belly button and I consciously think about it, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't know why belly buttons creep me out so much. It's a very weird thing to not like of the body, because it doesn't do anything. It just is there, which is why it's so creepy to me. Number 5 is, okay, so what I wanted to be when I grew up. Basically, all through my childhood, after I was 5 years old, I think when I was 5, I wanted to be a ballerina and a princess. But after that, from that day forward, I started saying I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And I even, on our like senior graduation book, like they put like, you know, like class clown and class favorite and whatever, they ask you like questions about yourself, like your favorite movies and restaurants and stuff, and then what you want to be so that you can look back years later. And even on that, I put that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, I didn't put a job, I didn't put anything else, I put stay-at-home mom. So the fact that I'm getting the opportunity to do that with Christina is just amazing, and I don't take it for granted at all. Number 6 is that I actually have 2 tattoos, which I guess I'll have to show you another time because I don't have my computer to insert pictures, but I do have 2 tattoos. I have one on my left shoulder that is an infinity sign with 6 birds on it. It's just black, and each bird is like symbolic of each of my siblings and myself. So we are a family of 6. I have an older brother, 3 younger sisters, and a younger brother, and myself. So there's 6 of us, and so that was my first tattoo when I was 18. Then when I was 20 or 21, I got a half sleeve on my left shoulder, which I wanted to maintain like all of my tattoos on one side so that I could have this side clear, but it honestly doesn't stand for anything. It's just something that I saw an idea on Pinterest, and it was like a mandala with like basically like things cascading down from that, and I like fell in love with it. And I don't know, for me, tattoos, like, it doesn't necessarily have to have a meaning behind it, because I'm like, it's an expression of me and things that I love, and when I saw that, I just knew immediately it's what I wanted. And, you know, I sat on the idea for quite a few months because I wanted to make sure, obviously, but it was cool because I took that picture, and Christina actually helped me draw out a new design like inspired by that picture. So she actually drew my tattoo, and then I gave that drawing to the tattoo artist, and he put his spin on it, and so it's kind of like a combination of all 3. So it's really special to me, and I love it so much. It's just black. I don't have any shading or anything. I'm not planning to get shading or coloring. I love it exactly how it is, which, I mean, I guess I could show you because I have a tank top on, but I love it. And I don't ever think that I will get it filled in. People are always like, oh, is it finished? Yes, it's finished. So that is that. It took like, I don't even know, 4 hours, I think. And by the end, I wanted to like throw up. It's awful. But the pain wasn't that bad until the very end when my body was in shock. So I don't know how people would get full sleeves, just sit there for like 12 hours. Couldn't do it. I could do 4 hours, but that was about my max. Number 7 is my strange obsession. So I don't know if this would be really strange to a lot of people, but what I consider a strange obsession of mine is that I'm very obsessed with real estate and property values. So anytime we go anywhere, whether it's like 30 minutes from home or 5 hours from home or across the country, like I'll see these houses that are just like so inspiring to me, and I have to look them up on like realtor.com or redfin.com. I have to know like how much they're worth, how much square footage they have, like how many bedrooms, you know, when they were built. Like I need to take it all in, and I'm so obsessed with it. Anytime we go anywhere, I'm like, oh, I wonder how much that house was. Partly because like after buying a house, it's just interesting to see the difference across the country and like based on your location, because we are in an extremely expensive area. But I am obsessed with it, and Christina always knows that as soon as I see a house, I'm like, oh, look at that house. She's like, I wonder how much it is, and then I look it up. But I'm also like, I'll watch videos on YouTube, like house tours of houses that I know I will probably never be able to afford, because I just like, I mean, money isn't something that drives me, so it's not, I don't know, I just don't think I would ever have that money to buy these extravagant houses, but I will watch them all day long. I've even thought about someday doing real estate, maybe on the side after I go back to work after our kids are older, but we'll see what happens. I love real estate. Number 8 is my personal worst habit that I think is my worst habit, and it is that I pick and chew at my nails so bad. I've been doing it for as long as I can remember. Like, there's never been a time I haven't done it. There have been like breaks in between, like months, where I would grow them out. Like if I got acrylic fake nails, that would like temporarily get me off the habit. And then I would stop chewing them, and it was amazing. I had like my own nails after they came off, and I would maintain it for like weeks or months. But then if I get into an anxious time period or something stressful happens to me, like, it's not even a conscious thing. I'll just look down and then all of my nails are gone. Like, it's just, I hate it so much, and it's something I've always tried to stop, but I don't know if it's like a coping mechanism or what it is, but it drives me crazy. So I wish that I could stop. I'm not gonna stop trying to stop, but it's still a really bad habit that I have. Number 9 is my biggest passion, or what I value the most, and that is family and relationships. It took me a few years to come to terms with this and make peace with this, because I've always seen people saying, like, you need to find a job that you love and something that you can, like, climb the ladder and make a living out of, and all of this stuff, and I always felt like I wasn't enough because I couldn't think of anything or like find anything or do a job that I truly was like passionate about. But then I realized after therapy and talking and being with Christina, like, there are just people that are motivated differently. There are career motivated people, there are family motivated people, there are money motivated people that's completely separate from careers, and I don't think there's anything wrong with any of them. It's just identifying which one is yours and planning your life accordingly. So Christina is extremely career motivated. I am not. I don't care. I do my job because I get a paycheck. It's a stable job and the hours are good. I don't love what I do. I don't want to do it for the rest of my life. I don't even care to try anything else. I'm like, this is just something you have to do to survive. But family and relationships is something that I value more than anything, and that is what I thrive off of, creating those relationships and going deeper and getting to know people and spending time with my family, and that is what makes being in the military so hard for me, which it's not something I really talk about that much because I always get extremely emotional about it, and it's something I just kind of avoid thinking about. That's like the way I cope with it. But it's really hard for me to be away from the people I was raised with. Like, it's extremely hard, and we want to move back there. I have a really, really big family from my mom's side and my dad's side, and they're all kind of in the Midwest, so me and Christina really want to settle down there, especially with the baby on the way. It's like, I don't know, it just seems like the ideal situation. So that is my biggest value in life. That is what motivates and drives me. That is why I've always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and not why I've always wanted to be a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, like something like that. Like, I can find something to do. I'm working on my degree so that I can do something that's kind of related to like relationships and a family, and that's teaching and special education, because growing those relationships is something that I value so greatly. But I'm not like, I don't know that if I did it, I'd be like, oh, this is my life career. Like, I just don't care about careers. Like, if I have to do it to make a living, fine. But I just don't care that much. And that's something that it's taken me a long time, the last 5 years, to come to terms with. Number 9. Nope, that was number 9. Just kidding. Number 10. My biggest strength that I identify of myself is patience. I think that I have a lot of patience, and I don't get frustrated that easily. Like, sometimes I'm an anxious person, so it might come across as me being frustrated, but it's really just being anxious. But when it comes to dealing with people or teaching like how to do something or getting tasks done, I'm extremely, extremely patient. And like when it comes to like playing with kids and, you know, dealing with temper tantrums, everyone's always like, you're just so good with them, and it's just like an overflowing abundance of patience that helps with that. And I definitely think that's something that's my biggest strength, and that's why I love to teach people how to do things and, you know, sit and talk with people, and it's why I give people a lot of chances. I just have a lot of patience. I don't get fed up very easily. Some people might mix like when you're anxious with that, because like if I get overwhelmed with something, I'd be like, oh, and someone will think I'm frustrated, but that's just the anxiety talking. I think I'm extremely patient as a person. With that is, I will give you a bonus. Number 11 is my biggest weakness, that I think is my biggest weakness, and that is that I am not good with confrontation. Granted, I have gotten slightly better at this since joining the military, because otherwise you get stepped on, but I will go out of my way to avoid being confronted with someone. I don't like to bring up things that people have done to wrong me. I don't like talking to them about it. Like, I will just bottle it inside or complain to like Christina or like someone close to me about something someone else did to wrong me. And that is something that I identify and that I consciously try to work on every single day. I still know things make me uncomfortable. Like, if I know there's a conversation that needs to be had, I will put it off as long as possible. I do not like, I guess, telling people how I feel and being vulnerable with those emotions, especially when they could have the opportunity to like stomp all over it. But that also leaves me very open to the fact that people will walk all over me and they don't necessarily know that they're doing it because I won't tell them. So it's, you know, just as much my fault as it is theirs. So that's something that I have been trying to work on. And obviously I joined the military when I was very young. I was 18, and while I think that I had or have a higher maturity level than most people my age, it still is something that I have seen tremendous growth on throughout the last 5 years, is my ability to bring things up and tell people how I feel and not like get red in the face and red ears and like feel sick to my stomach when I do it. At least now, like, when it has to be done, I can get it done for the most part. There are still times when like I'm like, I don't want to make a phone call to this company because I don't want to have to ask them to speak to the manager, and I don't want to have to tell someone that is like excited about something that, hey, I don't want to do that. Like, those things just, it makes me so uncomfortable to even think about. I hate confrontation. But yeah, so those are 11 and a half, because I told you how old I am. Interesting facts about me. If you guys like this or you have more questions specifically, leave them below, and maybe we'll do like a Q&A sometime. But I hope you enjoyed and got to know a little bit of insight about me. I know that some of them were a little bit more superficial and some were a little more about my personality, but I just thought it was fun to write down some things that I don't really talk about in vlogs or videos. So yeah, but that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've really loved reading all your guys' comments and seeing all your support lately. It's been so fun, and like getting to know the names of you guys and recognizing the same people commenting. It's really, really fun, and I've been enjoying it a lot. So thank you. Thank you so much for sticking with us and just supporting our channel. It means the world to me. So I'll see you guys in our next video tomorrow.